Doing? I could be doing better. So I'm sure most of you watchers on here will be glad to hear that I'm not my usual happy self. I've got a jackhammer out my door as they have now proceeded to surround both sides of the room, digging up the street after finishing slamming and banging on the side of the wall since I've got here. This is what they do. Anyway, hold on and let me get my coffee. I don't know if y'all can hear it because this laptop is pretty crappy, especially with all the hacking. Oh, and I've got a jet. Wow, perfect. A jet fighter just flew over as I walked outside. It's actually freezing. Isn't that amazing? They just stopped when I walked outside. Well, I'm sure y'all could hear it though. Yeah, a jackhammer. So if y'all have not followed this channel for very long, I have been aware that I've been targeted since 2012. I was one of the only people that was talking about how this is a spiritual battle. There was one other channel, and they got her, and her and I became friends over the phone. Her name was Dequita Carva, Mystery of Iniquity channel. Other than she and I, no one was talking about the spiritual battle. No one was talking about fallen angels, except my other friend that I met through youboob, because I'm not allowed to have any friends, that I actually would be allowed to meet. And they took her out. Her name was Karen. She had the channel, Karen, a Warrior Against the Darkness was her last channel, but the main channel, some of y'all might have known her on, was called Sarah Forth Calling. The few friends that I've had over the years that were actually friends and didn't become gangstalking ninny muggins, they have killed. They shot my best friend, Lynn Venus, if you want to look it up, because a lot of y'all think that I lie. Her maiden name was Aguilard. Her name was actually Marvel Lynn Venus. But they have her, I'm sure, as Marvel Lynn Aguilard and then Venus. Because she had gotten divorced, but, I always called her Venus was her name. Anyway, they shot her in the head. And then here comes another jet. The other friend, who was actually an ex-boyfriend, the only boyfriend I feel I ever had that wasn't a gangstalker, they offed him. He was found laying down in his yard. By the way, Lynn was only 44, and my ex, Scott Goche, he was early 50s, and no, that's not old. When I was growing up back in the day, which, I'm a Gen Xer, people lived to be 90 and 100 years old. Now, people are dropping at 50 everywhere, including this guy named Adam the Woo that's all over the internet. I haven't subbed to him, but he talks about worldly things, or did, like Disney, promoting Disney and all that kind of stuff. And all these people off youboob all seem to be friends with him. And I'm like, how did they all get to meet and be friends? Well, for one thing, they're not targeted. They're not a threat to Satan because they promote worldly things and they don't promote Yeshua. So, yeah, I'm a little pissed right now, and this helps to vent. However, I'm not saying that the guy, Adam, was a bad guy or anything like that, but I am saying that those are of the world loves, and they're being promoted all over youboob. So what led me to come on and say this is because someone asked if I get money from YouTube. No, I get zero. Market zero, Donnie. Market zero. I get nothing but backlash, sabotage, they delete my subs left and right. I had tons of comments back when I first started. I have been on here persevering while being targeted and homeless and being set up by cops, Freemasons, witches, constant harassment, constant noise harassment, construction wherever I go. And I have to walk. And I'm in my 50s doing this alone. They tortured my little dog Beignet. They killed my other dog Chewy with rat poison and then mocked and laughed at me about it. They've done so many wicked things, including setting me up falsely twice this year in March and then 5 weeks later, laughing at me. For what? Because I was walking down the street. That's right, walking down the street. Anyway, I have enough targeting, enough harassment. I have Freemasons that breathe down my neck wherever I go. I have people provoking me every time I walk out from anywhere to do anything. It's nothing but a sea of red. People try to run me over. That's right. Last night when I was walking, not one but 2 different vehicles drove up onto the sidewalk while I walk. Go ahead. Say I'm making it up. I don't care. I'm coming on to say that this is a new year coming up and new beginnings. Therefore, I want nothing to do with this satanic platform. Father, I felt that Father had told me to get off this platform, and recently I said I'm not going to be doing this anymore. But I guess he wanted me to really feel, a righteous anger about what's going on this satanic platform. And of course, Satan is going to promote those that aren't a threat. So this lady, and I'm not dogging this lady. Matter of fact, I won't even show her channel. But y'all can just look at other people's channels and see this. Some lady's channel popped up in my feed. I'm not promoted. No one can even find this channel. Popped up in my feed, and it looked like a cute video about, it was something to get my mind off of all this harassment that was going on yesterday. And it had nothing to do with being targeted, nothing about Yeshua, nothing about, my regular interests. But I clicked on it. She has half the so she had 1.4 or 1.5, so about half the subs I have. And I'm like, oh, she must have been on for a while. She's been on since December 19th on youboob and already has half the subs I have. She's not talking about anything important. She's just showing her little tiny home. That's what it was about. Okay? She has 3 videos out. I have almost 900 videos. That is time consuming. That I spend my own energy and own day taking away from things I need to do while being homeless and being provoked and harassed and stolen from and set up and sabotaged and spied on and slandered. I've been slandered all over youboob, as well as every city and every state I go to. People already know who I am and treat me like disgusting scum. I'm just tired of it. And I don't need this platform to promote more hate against me and the true remnant of the Most High God. And I asked Father, why is Satan even allowing me to have this channel still up? And his cohorts that run youboob, very obviously. Well, it's simple, because they don't know everything and they want to hear what the Lord tells me, and then they pass it off for their own. There's some targeted individuals, supposedly chosen individuals, that have been on youboob less than a year, that have millions of subs. They get tons of donations. They get tons of likes and comments and all these positive comments telling how awesome they are and thanks for this word of knowledge, and even going on as to compliment their looks and all that. While me, on the other hand, I might get 5 comments, and it's usually the same few people that get through. And I'll get another bunch of comments that stick that'll be nothing but insults and mocking me. And I've just had enough of it, y'all. I've had enough. So someone asked me this morning, and I'm not saying anything wrong with you asking, okay? But it led me to come on and show just a glimpse into what it's like to really be a chosen individual that is being persecuted, which is what being targeted is, day and night, by nothing more than schoolyard bullies. Gangstalkers are the most cowardly, self-seeking, prideful, wicked people on the planet. You have to be the biggest cowards to work in gangs to destroy someone. Their ultimate goal is to get a chosen individual to off ourselves. And since they know I never will do that, the next best thing is they try to take us out. They know they can't take us out, so they try to get us, meaning off us, right? Which they multiply, or what do you call it? I'm sorry, y'all. I'm very woo right now. I'm not angry. I'm passionate. Okay, there's a difference. But I have multiple attempts on my life. They come into whatever room I rent, if I'm even able to get a room, with my $50 donation that I got this month. That's right. You think I'm living large? One person donated $10, and I thank them very much for thinking of me. And another person, a kind heart, donated $40. That's $50. Then I have one girl that will donate, and she might give me like $100, and that helps with food, okay? Helps with food. And that's it. That's it. I had one nice donation maybe 3 months ago, and then it was maybe a year before that. The average that I make on this channel is between $0 and $50 a month. That's right. I'm living large. While I've been blacklisted from work, I can't even sell on eBay. I cannot make money doing anything. I have experience doing all kinds of work, but since I became vocal about being targeted, I have been blacklisted. This is before youboob, because I was talking about it, back in the real, when I would talk to people and all that, warning them of what was going on and telling them to repent and turn to Yeshua and trying to spread words of knowledge about the satanic system that is operating. And so I've been blacklisted from work since 2005. How am I still here, you ask? The Most High God. He protects me. I might not have much, but Father protects my life. And I know that we that are the true remnant that are on here, the 5% that I've done this channel for faithfully for 9 years while being homeless, while being set up by cops, while being harassed and attacked and stalked and spied and slandered and lied about and stolen from. I recently just had my ID and my debit card stolen when a homeless person, supposedly, which I know he wasn't now, he was sent there because they know I have a kind heart, asked for money. And when I got out my little bit of money, right, because I'm not living large, he stole my wallet. Okay? Well, why didn't you just chase him? And then what? I'm going to beat this guy up? Plus, who knows? He might have a gun. He might have a pack of other vultures, which I'm sure he did. Because these gangstalkers are so cowardly, they work in packs. These are grown adults, entire communities. I'm not just saying a neighborhood full of them. I have entire communities against one person. And I'm still standing better than I ever did, looking like a true survivor, feeling like a little kid. So no, I'm not feeling sorry for myself. I know the Most High God chose me. And if you're going through this struggle and it's day in and day out, consider yourself blessed, okay? Because Yeshua said, if we were of the world would love us. But because we're not of the world hates us. So this woman who also compelled me to make this video, which isn't going to be lighthearted. And I don't care. Click off of it. Click off of it. You don't want to hear this? Go away. But while you hover and wait for me to say one wrong thing so you can go, aha, look at her. We got her. It's exactly what they did to Jesus. Exactly. And the Pharisees watched him to see what they could find against him. Just like when Yeshua healed on the Sabbath day, right? He healed someone on the Sabbath day and was harassed by it. Or harassed for it, I mean. Yeah, we do good and we're harassed for it. The world wants evil. It's got evil. The separation of the wheat and tares is already done. It's done. So I am done casting my pearls to swine. I'm done wasting my energy. I'm done reading negative comments. I'm done being frustrated about this channel being so blocked. While this is just an example of this woman, not belittling her, but it was kind of funny. She had a cat named Mason. There's another hint. The Masons run a lot of this stuff, okay? They're in cahoots with the fallen angels. Go ahead. Say I'm crazy. I don't care. Everything that I've been warning about is now coming to pass. I even had a dream about the masquerade ball, okay? Before it ever was. I dreamt that I saw Donald Trump and the black-eyed Biden, who at that time I didn't know who it was because I had this dream back in maybe 2015, 2016, 2017, way before the scamdemic. And I saw them wearing suits and speed walking, almost running out of the White House, carrying briefcases, wearing masks. And the briefcases were to show they were being briefed. They were conducting business, coming out of the White House. Multiple of my dreams have already come to pass. Do you think anybody comes on and says, wow, Lena, your dream came to pass. Your warnings came to pass. I remember you said that. Thank you for warning us. No, all I get is mocked and scoffed, and I'm done with it. Why should I spend my time, if it's my time and your time? Doesn't that make it our time? Trying to uplift others who just condemn me and bring me down. Every time I come on with a joyful message, I get 10 more messages, maybe not 10 because they block a lot of them, but 5 more negative messages and nothing to do with anything that I've spoke about. And it's just frustrating, it's discouraging, it's disheartening, and I'm done with it. So for the new year, I have new beginnings on the horizon. The Lord has promoted me. So there, you gangstalking ninny muggins, you got your way. I'm not going to be on youboob anymore. But you didn't get your way. The Most High God told me to stay off of here. So this might be my last video. I might make a couple more. But I believe that going into the new year, which is in 2 days, today is the 29th of December. And it's funny, they stopped jackhammering. This has been going on since 8 o'clock this morning while I'm making this video. But I'm going to focus on the few remnant that want to hear my message. Yeshua didn't give messages to everyone. He was guided to a remnant. And so I believe that time is up here. All of youboob's been taken over. So like I said, the fake targeted individuals that some of y'all have come on and say, oh, there's this great lady that just started. She's got millions of views, tons of donations, and they're already living large. Why do you think that might be? You think Satan would be promoting a real targeted chosen individual? You got another thing coming. Y'all who actually are following these fake liars channels, you really need to get the Holy Spirit and ask the Most High God for discernment because you're being bamboozled. What they do is they allow this channel and a few other targeted individuals, chosen individuals that are also blocked and blacklisted and shadow banned and mocked. They will take our information that the Most High God gives us because we have a direct line to the Most High God, okay? You can have it too if you seek him with all your heart, if you accept Yeshua into your heart and you follow the Lamb. And that means you're going to have everything taken from you, everyone turn on you, or you're going to have to give up things like I've done over and over and over. Or don't. See what happens. But if you're following these channels, you really need to get the Holy Spirit because they're deceiving you and they're taking the real remnants information that we get from Father, and then they're using it as their own. They're passing it off as their own, but they're twisting a little bit of it, or they're adding a few little lies in there that are leading people into the pit, okay? So I got that going for me. So I'm just going to share with y'all a glimpse of what happens. So right here, Oh, and by the way, my computers, well, they're laptops. I don't have the luxury of owning anything, never owned a home, never been married, never voted, never been part of the system. Always knew, always, my whole life, that it was screwed up. Something was afoot at the Circle K, we'll just say. So I've been cast out of the system. Anytime I get a little bit of money, they will try to steal it. They will steal something to where I have to replace it. They hack my laptops or they steal them. When I made the last video I made, which is this right here, within 30 seconds of the video uploading, this is some of the torture I go through to get a video up. Okay? My whole laptop screen went blank. The laptop's not even a year old because they stole my last one. Some of y'all remember that last year. Okay? They steal them. They steal my IDs. They steal my birth certificates. They do rituals with these things. They steal anything that I do. They blacklist me. Okay? I can't even paint houses anymore, which is once I was blacklisted from a regular 9-to-5 job. I started doing help. My ex-boyfriend was funny enough, a carpenter. Ha, like Yeshua, right? And I would help him, and then I got side work because I was good at that. And I've done all kinds of jobs, but can't get hired anywhere. They blacklisted me from that now. Everything. So I have no way to make any money. So the only way I get anything is through the Most High God. And a few of y'all have donated through the years, and I really, really appreciate it, but it's far and few between. Even when I've come on and said, I'm homeless, I need some help here, it's cold outside. I was homeless for a week outside. I was caught outside, could not get into somewhere because they had stole my wallet. So you can't get a hotel room, obviously with no money, but even if you have the money, you can't get a hotel room with no ID. So I slept outside. Some of y'all remember this. After they had stolen my inheritance, again, by the way, just several months before that, with no coat, no blanket, no sleeping bag, no tent, no hat, no gloves, nothing. In below freezing, in the rain some of the time, for 5 of the 7 days I was outside. 5 of the 7 days. I slept behind a dumpster where gangstalkers proceeded to throw wine bottles at me. I went and I found I couldn't get water. No one would even give me a bottle of water. I came on and asked for help. No soup for me. No help. Then I went in. I was so dehydrated and needed water. I went into a hotel lobby bathroom, and a cop followed me in and proceeded to yell at me and said I was going to be arrested if I didn't leave while I was scooping water up with my hands. Yes, this really happened to me. Go ahead, call me a liar. I don't care. I have no reason to make this up. I'm not a liar. I speak truth, and therefore I'm ridiculed, sabotaged, blacklisted, shadow banned, and stalked, among other things, and slandered. Let's not forget that. But then I was trying to get out of the wind and the cold, so I went into a parking garage and was hiding in the stairwell, and a cop also found me there and screamed and yelled at me and made me leave. When I was sleeping in parks, hiding in bushes, cops would harass me and tell me to leave. And it's like, how do you function if you don't get any sleep? So that's one of the reasons they love to do construction and noise around me, to break my peace, steal my joy, and keep me from sleep. When my little dog passed away, they had tortured us for 30 days with no sleep, with construction through the wall, wouldn't give me my money back. And that's all I had, so I had no choice but to stay there because it was cold outside. Yeah, my little dog's last days on earth were being tortured. She was 4 pounds, the tiniest target. These monsters destroy our pets. They kill our pets. They murdered my Chewy, my little 6-pound chihuahua, with rat poison. He died in my arms looking at me while blood squirt out of his nose. And if that wasn't evil enough, these monsters that took over the building I lived in, that moved in after I did, within a week, they had the whole building taken over by Satanists. They stuck dead dog pictures under my door through a crack in my door and in my mailbox. These are just a few of the little amount of things that goes on if you truly are a chosen individual. So you want to be chosen? You better be the strongest soul on the planet. That's all I'm saying. And I know I'm blessed. So it's not woe is me, but I'm disgusted with youboob. So I'm seeing all these fake targeted chosen individuals who are stealing information from me and others like me that are blocked. Their channels are blocked, okay? And then they're passing it off as their own. And none of these people get that they're like me. I couldn't even watch 5 minutes of it. Some of y'all said, oh, here's a great new channel. They've been on less than a month and they've got millions of subs and donations and likes and all these positive comments. How is that? Because they're fake. They're being promoted by the satanic system. Yep, that's right. Y'all better have discernment in this final hour. And you only get that by the Holy Spirit. You only get that by following the Lamb no matter what the cost. And it will cost you everything on this earth. But in the end, you will keep your soul. Yep. What does Scripture say? It says, those that seek to keep their lives shall lose it. You sell out and become a worthless gangstalking village idiot. I'm sorry, y'all, but that's what they are. You lose your soul. And you become a bot. You have to do whatever Satan says. Satan says, like Simon says, go over here and put on that red coat and cough 3 times. I'm eating dinner. We're out to have a nice dinner. I don't care. Get up from that table and put your red jacket on and run outside and block that woman's path. They're clowns. They're circus clowns. And they're miserable because gangstalkers are the most pansified, selfish sellouts that there ever was. They're miserable because they sold their own self out. They're soulless. I got to get a cup of coffee now and calm down. So I see all these channels blow up since the scamdemic, and I warned y'all, anyone that's got millions or even, I'll say, I don't know, I skipped that class, but say they have double the subs that I have and they've only been online for a month or two and have like 20 videos or less. You better watch out. You better not pout. Okay, I won't pout, Father. Okay, I'm done with my screaming. I'm just disgusted with it. It's like, why am I wasting my time? So after they'll hack my computer, once the video uploads, which sometimes could take 8 hours for a 30-minute video, and I'm not joking. They'll hack it, it'll be knocked offline, or it'll just keep saying upload, upload, upload. Then when it finally does upload, and I have to watch it because I can't leave my laptop anywhere, they'll come in and steal it. Then I get slammed by the Freemasons and the witches and the Satanists that are always around me 10 times more. Then I come on to read. Hopefully I've got some good comments that are relevant to any kind of words of knowledge or any kind of revelation that the Lord has given me. Very rarely do I find anything. Instead, I find other targeted individuals complaining about what's happening to them, which I get, y'all need to vent too, but I need some encouragement from time to time. The Lord says he will encourage me, and he did. He had a butterfly after I was mad about the last video. He had a butterfly, or not really mad, I was more discouraged and disgusted and disgruntled, land on my forehead. That's right. It didn't get hurt. It landed right on my forehead, my third eye, right? And then it flew off, and I was like, thank you, Father. My Father who art in heaven, that y'all mock, when you mock his chosen, you're mocking the Most High God. It's going to end really horrific for you. And the end for all you bumbling buffoons is coming. Judgment is here. Okay? Judgment is actually here. But it's just amazing how this lady popped up into my feed. She's only been online or has a channel since December 19th, yet her channel's being promoted. She's got a cat named Mason, and she's promoting this, which nothing wrong with her showing her home or whatever, right? But she's not a threat. She already has half the amount of subs I have, and she has 3 videos out about decorating. That's right. Half the amount of subs I have in 9 years. She had tons of views, all these comments and positive, affirmations and all these thumbs up. And here's my piddly 16 thumbs up and a few comments, and most are negative, which I'll delete now. I've been deleting them, okay? Because I'm sick of looking at them. But I'm going to show y'all just a glimpse into how, and this is nothing, because I can't catch it because they know when I'm online. I decided to record how I will personally see my thumbs up go up and down, okay? So this was a recording of my video, my last video that I did on December 27th, when I got a whopping 64 views. All right. Now it's gone up to like 100 and something. So I recorded because I come back on and they don't notify me that y'all make comments. It's very rare. But I'll come on and then I'll respond, which also takes time out of my busy day of being targeted and battling the enemy, having to do spiritual warfare all day long while I walk everywhere and hope I have somewhere to rest. Okay? So I got that going for me. While they try to run me over with cars, trigger and provoke, take my picture all day long wherever I go, harass me when I go into the grocery to try to get my little piddly whatever I can buy for the day. And then I come on with more harassment. I'm just done with it. But here's a glimpse. This is just from the other day, okay?
They've stopped doing it. It was literally going up and down.
So pay attention to this thumbs up right here.
Look, I'll explain it. Say I was to like this video, my own video. See how it lights up like that? I would see it light up. Look. Did y'all just see that? Somebody else just gave me a thumbs up.
Okay, so just so I can explain this again. So it's on 16, right? And then I click it, it's on 17. And then my pointer did not do that. So it went up to 17 again, even though it should be at 18.
Because it was already at
but
17,
you'll see.
But it didn't go up again. Okay, but I want to see again. Okay, see how...
So it should be at 18 right now. Look. Now it went down again.
It just went back down again, even though it went up. So I just got 2 more thumbs up, but they took them down.
You'll see it again. It'll do it again.
Does that little pink?
So that was me doing it with a pink.
I'll see it do that and roll up.
There, it just went up again, but it doesn't go up.
I'll see it do that confetti thing and then go back to, look, there's 17, but no confetti, right? And then they'll drop it.
They'll drop it back down to 16, I think.
This is every time I go on to, and I don't come on but once or twice. Look,
see?
Now it dropped back down to 16. Do y'all see how they mess with this channel? They delete y'all's comments. They block my own comments. Like they'll delete my own comments on my channel, and they mess with my views. My views, if I just got 2 more thumbs up, shouldn't I have 2 more views?
Mm-hmm.
All this is bogus. They promote all these fake targeted individuals, fake chosen individuals, all those that are promoting worldliness, all those that listen to the real chosen individuals channel and then steal our information, pass it off as their own.
Okay, so I'm going to show y'all again in case y'all didn't catch it. So now it's on 17, right?
Look,
and now it goes back to 16.
Do y'all see?
And that's nothing. I'll see it go up. And this is only, I don't come on 5 times a day looking at my comments. Sometimes I don't even have time, or I'm not able to even get online to come on, but once every other day or every few days sometimes. Especially if I'm outside for a week at a time or whatever, or I'm having to travel or just whatever. Keep in mind, I'm on foot doing this. Alone on foot while cops stalk me. Yes, that's right. They're always outside. They park outside and harass me, and they'll slow down and stare at me to let me know, we're watching you. Anyway, What was I talking about? Wrote a song about it. Like to hit, go. Okay, y'all saw that. So now I'm going to share with y'all. Oh, also this. So this was on December 27th when I videoed this. 64 views, right? Call to the chosen targeted individuals. Angelic Army. December 27th. Keep that in mind. That shows 64 views, right? So I took this screenshot after that, okay? 17 hours after this video was made. See? 17 hours ago. No views. No views. And this is what the regular people... Now, when I look at it, it'll show that there's 64 views. There's probably like 1,000 views, but they don't let me know that, so that I'm discouraged and I don't want to make videos, okay? But, and also to make people think, oh, this channel must stank, right? They don't have any views. 17 hours and no views. How is that possible? And I didn't realize that it was showing this. The Lord showed me. So, let me go back to this. Okay, so this is the next thing. Oh, and let me explain that. The Lord showed me, if you type in Jubilina Redeemed, right? That's what shows up. Your newest video, if you can even find my channel, with no views after 17 hours of being up. While these people that have three videos out and have only been on a week have 1,000 views and at least 500 thumbs up, and I might get 20 thumbs up. Here is where I caught them spying on my computer, and I've caught this many times, but I just decided to take the picture now that I know how to screenshot, because I'm not computer savvy, y'all. I went into this. I'm not supposed to be teaching on like a biblical scholar, okay? That's not my calling, while people are telling me to take more time out of my day and explain how Christmas is pagan. That's not my calling. If you don't know that, that's up to you to find that out by the Most High God. My calling is what I've been doing since day one on this channel, which is speaking on what the enemy is doing, the tactics of the witchcraft that comes against us, which is gangstalking. Gangstalking is nothing more than witchcraft, if you don't know that. Freemasons are witches and warlocks and Satanists. They work for Satan. They took an oath to Satan. And if they speak on the wicked that they do, which is a shame to speak about, as the Bible tells us, they'll get their tongue cut out and hung upside down from their you know what. That's some of the things that they're threatened with, okay? But I expose them. I have no fear. The only fear I have is what we should have, which is the fear of the Lord. Okay, I fear not doing his will. Since day one on my channel, I've said I'm going to be talking about witchcraft. I'm going to be talking about the spiritual battle of being targeted, and I'm going to share my dreams. And sometimes I have visions, and I have a lot of words of knowledge. Mostly it's dreams and words of knowledge. Sometimes he'll give me visions from the Most High God. That's what I've done for 9 years on here, while being homeless, while being stolen from, while being set up by cops. 4 times since I started this channel. 4 separate times I've been illegally jailed. Okay? Not one person cared. Not one person came to help. Not one person stood up for me. Not one person came on and made a video saying, help Jubilina. Help my name is Lena, not Jubilina. Jubilina is the word that the name Father gave me for this channel, and he said, and put redeemed in there, because it was a Jubilee year when I started this channel, and my name is Lena. That's actually my nickname, okay? Which is funny, because my full name, which ends with Lena, actually is tied in with Magdalena. So that's not a mistake that I was named that, even though I was adopted, okay? But here's this. This is what they do. So it should say my IP address, and that's it, right? And then the router. Instead, it's got this on here. subnet mask. And I've seen it multiple times, didn't know what it was. I'm like, is this normal? No, it's not. The Lord had me look it up. I'm not going to go into all that. I'm not computer tech. I don't know this stuff, could care less about it. All I wanted to do was work for the Most High God, warn people what's going on, expose the darkness, and share the joy of the Lord. And instead I get condemned. Every time I make a happy, uplifting video, do you think people are happy that I'm joyful? No, they're not. They come to try to steal my joy and bash me. And I'm just sick of it. I don't need any more harassment than I've already got. So there's that. But, yeah, they mask it so they're actually watching what I do. I've seen my, what do you call it, pointer be taken over. And then they promote these channels that I will see that they're depressing to even watch. I can't even stand getting online. It's so depressing. It's like, why even be online anymore? Come out of her, my people, the Lord says, so you don't participate, you're not held to their judgments. And so I believe that this is the time right here. But anyway, there's that. Then the next, and this is just the latest ones, okay? A few. So I make a positive video. Yes, I don't celebrate Christmas. Yes, I know it's pagan, but I thought, I don't know what it's doing. Like I said, I don't know. Yes, I know it's pagan. I know that. I came on to say we don't have to celebrate Christmas, but we can use it as a time to remember what Christ did for us and be joyful and spread joy. The joy of the Lord that passes all understanding. And I was so happy. What happens? I get told Christmas is satanic. And then someone else is talking about, and this guy is 100% a demon. I'm telling you, go click on his channel. It's a demon. It's a fallen angel is what it is. And I blocked you, by the way, demon. Fallen. Like you said about the mermaids. Lena, I told him that we're not to worship mermaids. They're water spirits. And that Yeshua cast the demons into the pigs, which funny, we call cops pigs because they're demon possessed. Anyway, they didn't, the pigs drowned, but the demons didn't. And when the fallen angels procreated with human women, what happened to the human women is they became demonic creatures, which are mermaids. And I had gone into the whole detail about it. So on this video that has nothing to do with mermaids, this guy says this, like you said about mermaids, Lena, you're in fear mode. You don't know everything, but revenge will come. So I'm being threatened for giving a positive message. That's just one of multiple ones that I don't even save. I delete them, but I save these to illustrate, share with y'all just a few of the stuff that happens while being targeted wherever I'm staying, okay? Here's another one. All that you have shown those videos is lust of the flesh, lust of the eyes, and the pride of life. Lena, agape and respect, but you mislead, right? Don't pray for me, by the way, because you're not one of the Most High's elect. I don't want you to pray for me, okay? So what was I misleading? I was sharing a funny song that made me happy, and I said, I know it's worldly, they're dancing on Bourbon Street, but we live in the world. We're not of the world, but we walk around with blinders on. We don't know that people are out drinking and dancing. Come on, man. But this is what I get when you buy a coronet. So this is what the Lord led me to this morning, and I'm going to end it with this, and I'm probably going to end this highly blocked sabotage channel that might get 15 to 30 likes, might get one positive comment, maybe 5 comments total. Yeah, it's just discouraging, and I'm sick of it. And yeah, I'm living large. I make about anywhere between $0 to $50 a month. Youboob does not give me any money. And the only finance I get will be from some of y'all kind hearts. And I do thank y'all. I don't want to seem I'm not appreciative. I know most of you that are truly targeted probably have nothing because they steal everything from us. and make us homeless. Yeah, we're made homeless by the program. This is an ancient program. It's not back from the 40s and 50s. Yeah, they did it then. This is ancient. Yeshua, Jesus Christ, the King of Kings and Lord of Lords, was a targeted individual, as was Mary Magdalene and all the apostles and all the prophets. So we're in good company. You 5% that are on here that get through. And I thank y'all for your kind comments. I thank you, few people over the years that have helped me out and donated, and you remnant that prays for me. You remnant, I appreciate your prayers, but the rest of you that are satanic watchers, do not pray for me. If you try to curse me in any way, it is now going back on your own head. I'm not sending it back on your own head because we're not to send curses back. I thought that. I said, return to sender. No, I say, I give it to the Lord. And the Lord said, I'm having it backfire on them now. And I'm seeing them dropping like flies. And speaking of that, Adam the Woo, who promotes Disneyland, he has all these different people coming out of the woodwork saying how sad they are that he passed and all this. He was 51, by the way. He passed in his sleep. And I'm not saying this guy's a bad guy, but he's just promoting worldly things. So, of course, he's been elevated. He bought a 3-story house on the, I don't think it's Disney grounds, but Celebration grounds. I haven't researched him, so, if I said that wrong, my bad. Okay? Go ahead. Look at her. She misspoke. Waste your energy being evil and trying to find something wrong that I've said. I don't give a crap. But anyway, all these people that have huge channels, and one guy actually, the Philly captain that I actually watched, I've watched about 30 of his videos because he's pretty funny. He's crying. He's actually online and he's videoing himself, starting the video crying. Okay? Why would you do that? When my dog passed, Beignet, the tiniest target that they tortured, they hit her with directed energy weapons, hit me in the head. My head went flying back while I'm reading the Bible in my bed. Some of y'all remember me talking about this. And she went flying off the bed. They hurt her so many times, knocked out her teeth, just all kinds of stuff. No vets would help her when she finally passed. No vets in 2 different states would help her. Okay? But when she passed, I couldn't speak. I came on for about a minute and a half, not showing my face. And back then I was still, this was 4 years ago. It was this month, 4 years ago that she passed. And my best friend Lynn passed this month. Years before that, she was 44. But they killed her. They shot her in the head. Anyway, I couldn't talk. I came on for like a minute and a half to ask for prayers. And then I got off. But all these people are videoing themselves, starting the video like, okay, I'm crying, okay. All right, ready, set, record. It's fake, all right? And I'm like, how do all these people, all these big name channels, like I've heard of Carpetbagger, I've heard of, I can't remember the full name of him, but it's like Carpetbagger. And then Tampa J, who I heard of because I used to live by there. And I've watched a couple of his videos about traveling. Then the Philly captain, I did watch about 30 of his videos because he's kind of funny. But he won an Emmy. For what? For showing Philadelphia. Gets thousands of views and tons of donations and all this help. He's got a wife. He's got kids. He's got a house. He's got a car. He can drive. He's not being gangstalked. He's not being targeted. He promotes worldly things. Matter of fact, why I stopped watching him is because the last video I watched of this guy, he's promoting the Freemason lodges and showing how glorious they are. Yeah. It's very obvious they're all connected. That's how they all know each other. That's how they get Emmys. That's how they're promoted on youboob. youboob is part of the satanic system, y'all. If you don't know, you need to be very careful about whose channel you're watching. Okay? So there's that. But anyway, I forgot what I was talking about. Oh, this Adam the Woo that passed. He died at 51. That's not old. Some channel said, oh, he died. Because all these channels are popping up in my feed that I've never subbed to. Why are they popping in my feed? Because they're promoted by Satan. Okay? That's why. No, they might not be evil, but they're promoting wicked things like Disneyland. And this Philly captain says, and he really loved Disney. Yeah, enough to buy a house on the grounds of whatever Disneyland was. I think it's called Celebration or something. 3-story house. By being a creator on youboob, when I barely make enough money on here to get a hot cocoa and a sandwich monthly. And I've been on youboob longer than half of these people, right? Anyway, long story short, he passed in his bed. And this is also sounds suspicious. On the 22nd, which is a satanic ritual, They kill their own. They're turning on each other, just so you know. This is what's coming for you, gangstalkers. Y'all will all take out each other. It says in Scripture, evil shall slay the wicked. It's coming for you. And the Lord is also dropping a lot of these people. They're not getting away with it. The remnant on here, the 5%, they're not getting away with it. They've already sold out. They're miserable because they sold their own soul. For what? Some worldly gain? But this other youboober, who's also popular and famous and has billions in subs and makes all these donations promoted by youboob, his name is something in Venice. I can't remember. German in Venice, that's his name. And he's in Venice Beach. He's supposed to meet with this Adam the Woo character because they're characters, they're actors, they're fake. They're not who they say they are. And he climbs up onto the 3rd story of his, because they were supposed to meet that day, and Adam the Woo didn't answer the phone. So he takes a ladder. How did he get a ladder for 3 stories if he doesn't live there? But whatever, just roll with it. And climbs up to the 3rd story and finds him there. Passed away at 51 from a supposed heart attack. Whoa, what did I find out? Just by doing a tiny bit of research, because I don't even have to look. The Lord will guide me to what I need to find. He took it. He took the you-know-what, as did all of those that bowed down to the beast. And now they're paying for it. So their life is not their own. So when you look at these gangstalkers and you think they're living large and in charge while they post on their whatever they're doing, TikTok, or I don't do any other channel. This is the only channel. I've never even been on Facebook. Okay, the Lord told me to stay off of there. It's all connected with the beast. And they're promoting, look at me, look at my new mansion, and oh, we're traveling, and look at my new duds I'm wearing, and I've got on $1 billion rings, bling bling, and look at my new car and all this. You think they're happy? You think if you're happy, you have to post all that? Look at what I've got. No, you don't. No, and it's fake. I think some of these people don't even own half the stuff that they're showing. Anyway, that's my rant. Sorry if I bummed y'all out, but when I speak positive stuff, it seems to piss people off. So maybe this will make the gangstalkers happy today, because I'm not in the best mood. But I can guarantee you I will be in a good mood by the end of the day, maybe even within the next hour. Because the Lord always comes through and gives me joy in the midst of the storm. And I have faith that passes all understanding. And hey, puppet clown that was told to write that thing, how in the world do you think I'm in fear? Huh? You know how much strength it takes to come on and make one of these videos while calling out Freemasons and witches and corrupt cops? And I do it in public too. Yes, I do. Me and my big mouth. And no, I will never shut up. The only way that I'll shut up is when the Lord takes me out of here. So I got that going for me. This is what Father led me to this morning after being discouraged by seeing more of these channels blow up and get all these likes and positive comments and donations and views while nothing for me. No soup for me, right? Father gave me this. And it's funny because 7-2 means something to me. And I'm sure most of you watchers on here know what that is because you're so obsessed with me. You have to know every little thing about me. But you're powerful. You work for Satan. It takes gangs of you against a middle-aged woman that's isolated and on foot. What a joke. A chosen people. This is for the remnant, the real targeted individuals, the angelic warrior angels that stand and battle these demons. by ourselves with the Most High God by our side. So we're not alone, but you know what I'm saying. Physically. When the Lord your God brings you into the land, because it's coming, we're being led into our land. These creatures are not allowed to stand in because it's going to be filled with joy and love and laughter and peace and truth and faith that passes all understanding. And we're not going to ever have to see these rats again. When the Lord your God brings you into the land that you are entering to take possession of it and clears away many nations before you. I won't read all that part, but this is the main thing that Father stressed. The Lord your God gives them over to you. So these are all the gangstalkers and the Satanists and the witches, oh my, and the voodoo and the hooddoo and the blackmajic practitioners and the Freemasons. Did I say Freemasons and the Freemasons? Okay? When the Lord your God gives them over to you, that's us, you remnant angelic army, and you defeat them, then you must devote them to complete destruction. You shall make no covenant with them and show no mercy to them. You shall not intermarry, and hence I've never been married. Because the only ones that have been around me, except the one that they offed, they offed my one ex-boyfriend, Scott Goche, who I believe became targeted. They took everything from him. They ruined his business that he'd had for like 15 years. They turned his daughter against him. He was cheated on with his ex-wife, and after that, when they got divorced is when I met him. So he didn't have a wife, but he had a daughter that he loved. Turned her against him. Even took his driving privileges from him, and he was in great health. He was a carpenter. I've dated 4 carpenters, y'all, and I'm not joking, but he was the only one that wasn't a gang stalker. He was found face down in his yard. They couldn't figure out the cause of death, so his family was not allowed to bury him. They whisked him off to LSU. This was in Louisiana, New Orleans. You heard me? LSU Science Center to study him. And I said, what in the world? And I checked like 2 years later, because this was several years ago. I checked, and his family still had not gotten his body back. Why? Because I believe they took him out with some sort of weaponry. That's right. You explain that. Go ahead, do research on that too. I'll tell you his name. Scott Goche. It's spelled because he was Cajun. Gauthier. I'm not a liar. All my stories are true, as well as being set up by the oinkers in March and the beginning of April for walking. Anyway, when the Lord, and yeah, I'm a little pissed right now, but I'll get over it. And I don't retaliate. I give it to the Lord. And he says he's fighting for me as well as his remnant. And this is what he showed me. I flipped right to this morning after seeing yet more of these fake TI's channels blowing up. You shall make no covenant with them and show no mercy to them. You shall not intermarry with them, giving your daughters and their sons or taking their daughters for your sons. For they would turn away your sons from following me to serve other gods. Then the anger of the Lord would be kindled against you. Okay? But thus you shall deal with them. This is how we're to deal with these gangstalking ninny muggins from now on. No more praying for them. Go ahead. Say I'm not being a godly Christian woman. I don't care. This is a word from the Most High God, and I listen to him over all you gangstalking, watching, lying, spying, slandering, criminal thieves. But thus shall you deal with them. You shall break down their altars, and shall dash into pieces their pillars, and chop down their Asherim, and burn their carved images with fire, fire, fire in the hole. For you remnant, chosen individuals, targeted, persecuted individuals, you are a people holy to the Lord your God. The Lord your God has chosen you to be a people for his treasured possession out of all the people who are on the face of the earth. That's right. You gangstalkers think that we're these rotten, low-life trash? No, you're the trash. You're going around actually having to run out your door, throwing one piece of trash away while I walk by. What a joke you are. Out of all the peoples who are on the face of the earth. It was not because you were more in number than any other people that the Lord set his love on you and chose you, for you are the fewest of all people. We are his little flock. And Father says, fear not, little flock, for it is our Father's good pleasure to give you the kingdom, which is coming. His kingdom is coming. And these worthless, spying, lying, satanic, murdering thieves will not be able to stand one day in the presence of the Most High God. Most of them won't even be here anymore because he's taken them out. Just watch. They're going to continue to drop like flies while we get stronger and stronger and more powerful. It is the Lord that loves you and is keeping the oath that he swore to your fathers. The Lord has brought you out with a mighty hand and redeemed you from the house of slavery. That's right. We're not slaves like these gangstalking, ninny, muggins, witches, and freemasons, oh my. We don't have to do what Satan says all day long. We don't have to harm others and keep doing more and more wicked to get. It's all going to be taken away in the twinkling of an eye at the last trump. He is a faithful God. Our God is a faithful God. And he loves us with a steadfast love. He repays to their face those who hate him by destroying them. He will not be slack with one who hates him. He will repay him to his face. Okay? What are we to do? We're to be careful to do the commandments and the statutes and the rules that our Father commanded us. And because we listen to his rules, they're written in our hearts, you remnant, the Lord your God will keep with you. His covenant. He will love you, bless you, and multiply you. That's right. He's multiplying us in his kingdom, which is coming on this earth. So he is telling me right now, this is how you shall deal with them. Let me find it. You shall show no mercy to them and make no covenant with them. You better come out of them, my people. You better come out and away from the world. So that's my uplifting video for today. Maybe it'll make y'all happy because I'm not in the best mood. But like I said, I get over it really quick. I might actually already be over it. Oh, wow. What do you know? I am. Oh, snap. And there's that. I just had to vent for a minute. And I have peace that passes all understanding. And I'm going to go and enjoy the rest of my day that the Lord made for us. Not for these gang-stalking ninny muggins. They think it's all about them. They want us to have our focus on them. Don't give it to them. Don't cast your pearls to swine. I'm out.